to part 2 of the Clay and Kobe show. We're going to sample the next 2 wines of our spring wine release. The first is a dry rosé. There was a time when dry rosé was relatively unknown outside of France, and you still find people who shy away from a rosé wine believing erroneously that it's got to be sweet. Tell us about this dry rosé, Kobe. What grapes does it come from, and how did you make it?
So the wonderful thing about rosé, as Clay was saying, especially now in California, is everyone's making rosé and doing a really good job of it, kind of mimicking the French style from Provence. So you have people making rosés from Grenache, Mourvèdre, even Cab Franc, Cabernet, just anything goes with rosé now. For us, we go to our roots with red wines, and that is Pinot Noir. So Pinot Noir makes up the composition of the Cuvée Elizabeth. For this vintage, since we did have quite a bit of Pinot Noir on our hands, we decided to crush the fruit, let it sit on its skins for 2 or 3 days, and then press off the entire batch. That includes this skins and everything. And then we went ahead and put that into barrels, neutral barrels, and then we inoculated, and then we basically let it age in neutral barrel for about 3 months, and then bottled it fairly early in late February. So the 2013 rosé, you'll see in taste, is it's a big rosé for us. I wouldn't say it's over the top, but it's definitely a mouthful. It's a rosé that you can not only sip on the porch, but you can also pair with a variety of foods. So for me personally, dry rosés, especially Pinot Noir rosés, they go great with grilled food, whether it's salmon or barbecued chicken.
Well, yesterday was Easter, and we had an Easter ham with 6 people at the dinner table, and we drank the dry rosé with it. It's a perfect matchup. Okay, it looks like we've got a real red wine to finish up with, Kobe. And my guess is it's Pinot Noir, which is the signature wine of us and of the Edna Valley where we're located.
Yeah, you'll notice right away with the 2011 Pinot Noir that the color is a little bit darker than previous vintages of the Pinot Noir. For us, we're never really worried about color with Pinot Noir, but we just kind of let the vintage dictate the color. But due to low yields, we were able to get extremely good concentration from the 2011 vintage.
Concentrated aromas too.
And you'll notice the first smell that you get with the 2011 classic Pinot Noir is a good amount of oak. Due to the small yields, we were able to use a little bit more higher percentage of oak than previous vintages. So
this is French oak, right?
French oak, yes. No American oak in our Pinot Noir, it's just French oak. So so you'll notice that it's got this really neat coffee bean characteristic to it, but it's really backed up nicely with these violets of blueberry, blackberry, a lot of the darker fruits, and even a little bit of the strawberry characteristics that you get in Pinot Noir. And so the fruit for the 2011 Pinot Noir is 100% from the Edna Valley. So the Edna Valley is one of the more coastal AVAs in California, so we were able to get, or the valley gets extremely long hang time without getting overripe. So the wine has a very nice amount of fruit characteristics to it, but it's also backed by good acidity.
I believe it's generally agreed that Pinot Noir is the most food-friendly of red wines, and it doesn't have the harsh tannins or the rough mouthfeel of some of the other Bordeaux varieties. So it's a friendly, food-friendly accompaniment.